Hello. It's Private Talk Podcast with Alexis, Texas, and we are back season 3. And today, Private Talk, we have Mr. Capone-E on the couch. Hello, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. Thank you for joining us on the Private Talk couch. I'm excited to get to know you a little bit more and have my Private Talk listeners know all about you. I know you're a musician. You have all kinds of new fun stuff coming out. Please tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, well, Mr. Capone-E, raised in L.A., do music, grew up in the Vados and the hoods, start off like for the streets. Eventually, didn't think about doing music like it was just for the homies. Mm-hmm. And then shit turned into a business, and the shit turned into enterprise, and now I'm all around the world just keeping that G shit and doing music for mainstream, whatever, moving around,
That's awesome. That's a good feeling to have. It's one of those things that, like you said, it was a hobby at first, but you don't really know, like, is it going to work? There's so many people, especially being in from LA, there's so many musicians, rappers, and all kinds of stuff. Who were some of the people that you looked up that inspired you musically?
When I grew up, I grew up in the era of that gangster shit. So, NWA from Tupac and all that stuff. So that's the shit we were bumping. And then I was always fucking around the hood, and we'd go to these parties where, shit was active, like gunshots going off. And sometimes the homies would like get the mic, represent your hood. So I would do that.
So like a freestyle thing, like off, like just random.
Just I got my homies with me, so we're just like talking shit, having fun,
feeling good. Yeah.
And then when I got busted, I guess that's when it really came to me to like, to make this music somewhat as a business, because I would hear people in the tier talking about their experience in the music game, and I'd be like, damn, if that shit came to me, I'm gonna run with that shit. And then as soon as I got out, I just connected with the people that were in the game somehow through girls and stuff. Like we used to have a lot of girls we party with, and they're like, hey, come to the place, we got, you got girls, and bring some girls over. They knew me as like a guy who just comes with girls or a gangster, Yeah. So I'd go over there, and then I'd bring all these girls to party and shit. And then from there, it just, I knew what I was looking at. I was trying to get in the music game, They thought maybe this fool was happy.
So is everything freestyle? Like you were just like, again, like same thing, like I said, anybody asked you something, or at that time, like had something you were showing people, or just a mixture of two? Like how did the music part of it, did you always, write your own stuff? Did you like, how did that part come? Because you can be business minded all you wanted, but if you don't have stuff that they want to hear, then.
No, like I knew how to write bars. I knew how to do all that. I freestyle, because me and the homies used to freestyle, but I knew how to write bars also because, before all that, like I had a guy that was doing it, and I was watching him, so I learned the 16 bar steps and all that shit. So that wasn't a problem to me. So when I got into that scene, I was like, I already knew what I wanted to do, and if there's anything I need to learn, I know I'm gonna learn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure anything I was off on it.
For sure.
And it got handled. I just got in and got that shit cracked.
So who was the first, like, how did you get into, like, making the music part? Like, yes, you knew the right people. You said, like, you met from person to person. Obviously, it was a destiny, and then the dots were connecting at a certain time. Like, how did the whole music actually happen, and how did that story happen?
Well, it was some old group called Lighter Shit of Brown that used to have, like, Sunday afternoon, and they used to have stuff back in the days. And so when I went to his studio, because he had a studio, that's when I started. So I already knew I'm in the right direction. Obviously, I thought it was going to be a little bit more easier than I thought. Like, I'm saying, I want to be a rapper. They're going to just put me on.
We all think that, until you're like, oh, it takes a little work, but I'm more here for it.
Yeah, so I went in there thinking like that a little bit, but, I felt like who this guy want to be a rapper? And, like, he's taken away from, because they would have parties, and I'll bring some girls and all these rappers.
The jealousy starts to come in, because it's like, oh, you got more girls, and this is whatever. And I hear that a lot, which is crazy. But yes.
So I would come with girls, and then I remember there was like all these rappers there, and then they did a compilation. This was when my first music was out, and they were showing off their music. It's some kid shit, like, look at our music. And I'm in there, I have my music on the compilation. I was like, kind of put that on, And they're like trying to avoid it kind of thing. And then they put it on, but they all walked outside. But then everybody was in. The girls didn't go outside with them kind of thing. They stayed with me partying, and they're looking like, what the fuck?
Like, what do you have, and why are you?
Why is this fool? Why are they jocking his shit? Like, we're the stars. He's a nobody. But right from there, I already knew, like, hey,
they know what it is.
Yeah, I already knew what I was going to do. So I mean, but it was those steps that I had to go through, the hating, the process, you know?
That's awesome. But you know what? The hard work pays off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people think, like you said, it is easy and yeah, it's glitz and this and whatever. But people don't know the nitty gritty of what that really means to be successful. Like you said, make it a franchise and like a, you know, business and all these things that come with it afterwards. And then continuously making that still tick, you know what I mean? Regardless, because it comes with other, you know, favors you know, after that.
Yeah. So, you know, I just had to go through the trials, a little bit of bumps in the, like the little hating stuff and, you know, whatever. But I already knew, like, hey, I just need to get this shit done. And I just go from there. And then eventually that happened. I became in the game. And I would say, to me, it would be instant success, because as soon as I came out, like, things start changing. I start popping, money start coming in. And that's when I realized, hey, I'm in the road to, I got to keep pushing it. It's been a long time and I'm still doing the same shit. So obviously this is destiny now.
Where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
So what do you have going on currently?
Right now, so, I mean, obviously I'm into more different stuff. I still do music. I ended up in that whole long process when I was doing it, I signed other artists, put them under my wing. I started a label, independent label. I got that shit going. I'm still an artist myself, so I never took away like, hey, I'm just a label. I'm an artist, but hey, if I got some pull, I'll pull you up, and hey, we all can make money.
Money, for sure.
So I was doing that. I was bringing in a lot of people. I made that a successful career. Like I got on our label, we have over 100 CD catalog of different artists.
That's
artists
awesome.
like Bone Thugs. I did projects on them. I did projects on Sugar Free. A lot of the SA rap like me, I would get out the hood I thought they were the shit, like they're gonna do good. I put them on shit. The list goes on. Little Flip in Texas and so on and so on. So I started doing a lot of independent projects I done in that time. Songs with Snoop Dogg, the Migos, Kevin Gates. So I might be on the streets, but I was dealing with whoever's the top of the tier.
Of course.
Because they come to LA and they're like, this fool got shit cracking, you know? So
who is your favorite artist that you've worked with all those, you know, people, the names that you've been around and all those things? Who's been your favorite artist?
Well, to look up to wise, it was probably Snoop Dogg, because I mean, we grew up on that shit. But the coolest artist that I ever fucked with was probably Kevin Gates, because that was all organically strength, homie shit. It wasn't like no business talk. It was just like,
it just happened organically.
he's
and it
telling
just
me,
happened.
yeah, like, let's do a song, let's get it cracking. What, you know, so when I heard that was a different vibe compared to other artists. I'm like scoping it, like, you know, I need to do a song with this guy kind of thing. You know, so it was kind of halfway we met. Obviously, it was still organically, but with Kevin Gates, it was more like, what you want to do? Let's get pull up to my studio. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's calling me. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure,
that's how it was. You know,
that's cool. It has to be a great feeling. You know what I mean? Especially you know, you're always your biggest fan, because you know that's who we are as artists. You know, things that we were supposed to be. But when you start to see people do it, like, you know, giving you your props, like, you know, and flowers, and or people that you look up to, is a great, you know, feeling to feel like, oh, you know, fuck.
Exactly, and
I do have that.
And I had that business mind, so I'm always like thinking business moves. But this was more like, hey, he's fucking with me, so it was more like, damn, this is a cool dude. This guy's down to earth, and obviously he's doing business with other people.
Yeah.
But with me, it was that respect, you know.
For sure, that's awesome. So who would you say, if you could have, like, you know, the one person that it could just happen, or you know, regardless, who would you want to work with?
Damn. It's hard to say, because my
We'll
child.
say this.
Yeah.
Let me make it even up the ante. Dead and alive.
Dead and alive. Okay, yeah. So, dead and alive. I guess you could say dead-wise Pac, because I grew up on Pac.
Okay.
But
so he's a big inspiration to
yeah,
musically.
I mean, I got a lot of like feeling of Pac when we were bumping in the hood.
Okay.
And from Pac to people, girls would call me like the Brown Tupac. So there was a lot of like, I felt the Pac was in me in a way, like on the streets.
Really, yeah.
So now he's passed away, obviously. I mean, he'd probably be one of the guys. And the other ones were like Snoop Dogg and everybody that I've done it with already. So I can't say there would be nobody. But in new times, I mean, as a business-wise, I wouldn't mind doing it with Drake or whoever's on top, because obviously that's going to get you at a different level.
It's going to get you that money.
Exactly. So, you know, I'm ready to go
Sure.
get a residency in Vegas and do like some big shows, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I like that. We manifest here at Private Talk, you know what I mean? It's not, it can't not happen. It's going to happen.
So that's what my mindset is at, you know?
What is the best advice that you've ever gotten?
Best advice. Damn, it's a tough one. It's all when I got it when I was young, you know, like probably from my pops, you know what I'm saying? dad always tell me like, like harsh reality talk, He wouldn't give me it was all hardcore talking like
the truth.
Exactly. So those were all the things that probably installed in me. So when I got to the real world.
Could you give us like maybe one or two gems here at Private Talk? Like what is something that
can't
Pops was telling you?
Damn.
There was things that stuck in your mind, obviously.
Yeah.
It made you and built the character who you are today.
Yeah.
So what did Pops tell you?
It was just, what I can't, he didn't even give me little quotes. It was just everything that how he looked at life, like all fabrication, you know what I'm saying? Like you see something on TV and like, oh, that's I want to do it like that. It takes this or this. Or this is cool. Oh, they made it cool because money behind it. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like you would think is very possible, but in reality, it ain't. It's all a game, marketing.
Made you work harder.
Exactly. So then when I got in,
smarter.
I realized like, everything's just, it's not what it seems like it,
For sure. What does legacy mean to you?
Legacy means to me, I guess, what legacy means. Legacy, you can say Tupac left a legacy, right? So something that people respected and as a past, or maybe didn't pass, that they took in consideration as they made a mark in the game and chose their own shit and got shit cracking. That's probably legacy to me,
So what legacy are you leaving behind?
As me, I guess I would have to let the people do that talking, right? So it's hard for me to say, hey, I'm going to leave this legacy behind. I feel like the people would.
But you are, your own, you're a franchise, you're a business, you're the other things. Those are all key points of legacies of like, those are for your, your children, your family, your fans and all those things. It's it's instilled with you. And, we all have our own part of legacy of what what we live on this earth and how, we leave it behind. We want to have those things currently and those things, but they all have those points of it. How you were brought up, how, Pops was telling you this, how you got to where you are now and the clout you have. Those are all stepping stones to the legacy you leave behind.
Yeah. Just something that just shows that, hey, you could be from, you don't need anybody to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like people cry, I need to get signed to a record label or someone help me out or give me an investor. I came from the bottom, like no money, just got out of jail, fucking just, people might think they have it harder, but I feel like I had it as hard as anybody had it, and I made it. So if I could make it, that means anybody can make it.
So what advice would you have for your Private Talk listeners and your fans out there? If someone wanted to be in the music industry right now, currently, what advice would you give them coming into the industry?
Right now, you got to go get it. Do what you want to do. Don't be scared. Pull up. Go everywhere, take over. It's all about just do what you want and take over. I feel you have to like press the issue. If there's a big show coming in town and you're a new artist, you need to get there and be right there with the big artist. Make it happen. I care how you make it happen. You have to sneak in the back door, whatever it is.
Bust that shit open.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared,
Do you have a social media weakness?
So, yeah, I think I do.
You want me to talk? You want to talk to Dr. Texas about it? You're like, I think actually.
Like, I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like social media. So, when you say weakness, I don't know what you're exactly saying, but my weakness is I'm stuck on it and looking at it all the time.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
And I just hate it, but it's like, I guess you have to do it.
But is there one that you favor more than the other? Like some who do Twitter, some do Instagram, some do like, all these other apps and things like that.
I probably do Instagram now more because I don't know, just it's easier, I guess, and I scroll down and I feel like sometimes
you go down that rabbit hole, you don't know how long.
It could be 6 hours without using it. I'm like, damn, am I missing out on something? So
you've got the FOMO. Okay, Capone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I hate that feeling, but it's like I don't know, it's like crack. I got stuck on it or some shit, so I don't know.
I like it. What is one of the craziest celebrities encounters you've ever had?
Crazy celebrity encounters.
You've been through a lot. If it was younger, currently, all kinds of things. I'm sure maybe something happened. Maybe it went a way he didn't think it was going to.
Like something that I was like, oh shit kind of thing?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even know. Honestly.
Or maybe thinking someone when sometimes we're fans of some people and you're like, oh, I wouldn't think he would be like this. Or something happened in a way that you were like, oh, you didn't believe
I guess back in the days, I dealt with a lot of that shit because, like you said, you put some celebrities in a pedestal.
Yeah.
And then when you get to know them, you're like,
The reality
this
of
fool ain't like that, or this fool ain't like my thing. This fool ain't gangster, or this fool ain't like, like I would look at everyone like start judging, like, what the fuck? I thought this fool was like that,
So what's the story that you could tell Private Talk?
Shit, I don't know. It was just like I want the
truth. Yeah, Mr. Capone.
I just say everybody.
Texas.
Hey, I'll just say everybody I bumped into at the beginning. I was disappointed, So there's no names.
From what years are we talking about, sir?
Like as soon as I got in the rap game, I was like, these are the motherfuckers that was out there fucking thinking they're gangsters, Like I was like, what? Like, but I understand them now as I got mature. They probably live in a different lifestyle, and like you change, and they might have changed and shit. So when I was thinking like these fools are like this and that, like
because you're living it, you're doing it.
Yeah, I was super active. I was super pumped up, and I'm like seeing them all shy and hiding in the corner. I'm like looking at them. What's up, homie? They wouldn't give me that same eye back. They were like kind of be shaky or looking around with security. So I'm like, what the fuck? This fool ain't,
you're rapping about something that you're not talking about in a sense.
Exactly. So
for sure.
Maybe now, as I got older, mature, I see some of their points. I'm still that kind of guy. If like someone pulls up, I'll still, because I'm from the streets, but I get it now, like you got things to lose maybe, you know what I'm saying? So it's understandable now.
For sure. So let's talk about current day. We're in LA, obviously, and now it's like, you've been on the streets for a long time. Like you said previously before, like how things were crazy back then.
Yeah.
Now we're in a state of like, people are on the news saying, don't come here. It's like Gotham City. Like it's gotten to the point where it's like, people, it's crazy, in the Wild Wild West. Do you think, what is your takes on it from actually, because people say like, oh, sometimes it's fake news. Yeah. But, with the reality is that we're living here now, and even like, the safest of things that were once safe before aren't, and even when it wasn't before. So what is your take on that?
Yeah, I do smell it. Like I feel it in the air. Like as soon as that COVID thing started, like I felt it. Like I seen Hollywood. I'm driving down the streets. It looked like, what the fuck? Like it looked like people were just dead man walking, It started from
Apocalypse.
That. Exactly. It started from that. And then I would go to Vegas. I would feel like it wasn't the same. Like, where's all these regular people now? Everyone just look like they're scamming and up to no good. And then recently, I went to went to Barry's after to eat, and there's guys with ski masks walking around. They had their securities there. They're looking at them, and they're like, these guys are up to no good. So there was a tense moment, and then
everyone's on alert.
Exactly. Then we left the next day. I seen on the news somebody got jacked over there. So I'm like, okay, these are the guys who probably were doing it. So yeah, I do feel it, but I feel like it's more in the times have changed where this used to be in the hood all the time, but now it's moving into the richer areas, and people are coming to the nicer areas and doing their dirt. So it's just that, but it's still not comparable to how we were living.
It's more glorified, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So now people are coming to nicer areas where no one would ever mess with you, and you could get robbed now in a nicer area. So I guess that's what's happening.
It's just everyone just needs to stay alert.
Exactly.
For me, it's like my parents are both from like East Coast of New York, so I was always raised where you don't want that. But I've been to LA for almost 15 years, so it's seen a difference of change of things. So it's just interesting to see how crazy it's gotten, and like it's definitely changed a lot.
Yeah, it's melting into everywhere now. It's like it's going evenly, where it used to be just certain areas. Now it's like
it's everywhere. Like you just don't know.
Yeah.
But hopefully, something happens and changes, and it's just obviously.
I don't know why it's like, as you see in the news, they're breaking into like nicer shops, Louis Vuitton shops. So
yeah, I'm from Texas. I have a gun. I'm not afraid. I am. I protect myself and these things. That's some of the things that people don't realize that those are real life things. But you gotta do what you gotta do, and Miss Texas is gonna save and protect this motherfucking booty.
So if they come through, you gotta let them have it, bro.
For sure. So do you have any like daily rituals that keeps you like in line? You're a businessman. You're always been like on your toes. You're doing a lot of things. Is there things that you kind of like stick to the program with?
Daily rituals. Nah, I mean,
do you meditate? Do you like have a green juice in the morning? What do you like? Do like 5 laps? Are you really active? Is there things like that that kind of keeps you, in clarity?
Well, I guess like once in a while, like we play basketball or do a little thing. But nah, man, I'm really I just get up and go kind of guy. Like just get up and what I gotta do today. And if there's something opportunity to play a little sports or exercise, I'll go run that real quick. But then it just as it goes. And I'm always on tour on the weekends, so I feel like that takes a lot of my that takes a lot of energy doing shows and traveling. So it keeps me motivated. But anything routinely, nah, man. I just roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying?
What's your go-to strategy for achieving and being successful in life?
Go through strategy.
Like you said, you've always kind of had it. Like, you know that you were going to be somebody. You were really, like you said, your biggest fan. You put yourself in front of these people. Like, what was that drive to keep going?
Back then, and maybe now still, but like back then, probably the girls. You know, you have the girls.
The girls were always a big motivation. Is dangling it. What? But because you wanted to be flashy with the girls, just around the girls.
Nah, I feel like if the girls are fucking with you, you're winning. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing. Like, keep the girls on lock. You know what I'm saying? As long as the girls are loving your music, you're winning. Like some rappers, they might have a bunch of dudes liking them and hanging out. Let those bust freestyle. Like I wasn't into. I want the girls to fuck with my music.
So what's your craziest girl story then? You're on the road all the time. Like what's some of the crazy thing that people wouldn't really think and you can share with Private Talk?
I don't know. There's too many. Of that.
Tell me a good gem.
There's too many of that shit. That shit is too many. I don't even know where to start.
How many girls at one time?
It's been times with a lot of girls at one time, you know what I'm saying?
But what's a lot? Like I used to do porn. Yeah. I know what an orgy is. I'm around the block, you know what I mean? I have been in the industry in a really long time, but I know a thing or two myself. Yeah. But when you say don't be modest, it's okay. So is it like a 4 to 5? Is it like a 10 thing, or is it like I know how people party, especially like in LA
let's take it back in the days, right? Yeah. So not recently.
We're starting from the beginning, and then we'll progressively get to recently. Hopefully.
Back in the days, after we party, we go to a hotel room. Like if there's 10 girls, all 10 girls. Like if there's 5 girls, most likely all 5 girls.
But is it just you, or is it just like you and like
sometimes
friends?
It's me, sometimes it's homies, sometimes like we have a couple rooms like. You go
passing.
This was back in when we first started.
Did you ever have keep a souvenir from a girl or anybody honestly a little memento?
I just I don't want nothing around from that girl ever.
No evidence at all is going to be.
I was like, I don't want. I was like, get that out of sometimes they be leaving stuff. Hey, I got this for you. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna leave this in the room.
That's not mine.
Yeah, I'm out of here, dude. This is a one-time thing.
Did you ever have any crazy stalker girls?
Oh yeah, that for sure.
What's the craziest thing a girl's ever done to get your attention?
Craziest. I've had it all, so I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I want to know these things, Mr. Capone.
I don't know where to
Tell Miss Texas.
I want the truth.
We want it. Please give it to us, just a little bit. We're becoming good friends now.
Stalker wise, first of all, obviously, they're getting at me, blah blah, sending messages. That's small talk. But girls from getting tatted on them, they just pull out their thing and I'm tatted. I'm not thinking, I'm just signing their whatever.
So you're signing them and then they're going to get it tattooed on you.
Then they're getting it tatted up.
How does that make you feel?
At that time, kind of cool.
I've had it happen to me myself. I've actually tattooed my name on somebody because they wanted a tattoo. It was a tattoo artist. He was like, please. He was like, I want to. I was like, I have no tattoos. I'm like, I just think it's a man thing. I don't think it's a girl thing. Yeah. And he's like, okay. So the next day he got clever and he was like, just tattoo your signature on me. I'm like, I don't know how to tattoo. He's like, I'll tell you how to do it. Best day of my life. One of them actually. But so I'm signing my name and I'm pressing the thing and my name is all fine. And then I had to put my heart, and that's when it got to him because I'm doing the red little ink, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, you're getting a little too sensitive there." But that was the first time I tattooed someone. But it's a cool feeling, you know what I mean? But it doesn't generally mean you don't want to have to fuck them. But yes, crazy stalker things.
So I'm signing this, and then years later, I'm still seeing the DMs. I don't answer the message. Boom, showing the I'm like, damn, dude, why did I sign that?
Have you ever had someone have your face on their ass or face on their body part?
I had the face and stuff but not on the body part. I would have the signature.
Just a signature, not a face. Yeah. Okay.
So then I'm looking at damn, if I'm the outside looking in, people are like, dang, Capone hit this, and some might not be the most beautiful of the girls, right? So
you're like, this is not my stamp.
Yeah, so if I got a stamp on you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, what was I thinking back then? I was so pumped up, I'm signing everything. I pull that shit outside, And then next, you know,
Yeah, but it's, I mean,
yeah, it was cool, but you know, it just comes back and you just look at it like, oh,
yeah, but you can't sign your name and know that they're gonna always do that. Like for me, it's like you're an artist, you know what I mean? So, and I feel like, you know, we have fans. You gotta like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get the aftermath. Somebody may get mad and say that, but that's their own. For me, I don't know, maybe it's different. I feel like it's like to discretion. People have lied. A lot of dicks have lied on me and said they fucked me too because I did porn. Doesn't mean that it's true. People will probably believe it because I did porn at one point in my life, but that's on you to lie. That's not me. And you know what your dick did, and it wasn't them.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what happens. And when then they start telling everybody, and then like I get messages from a guy. Hey dog, I seen this girl. She had a tat right there. I'm like, oh fuck, you know, like I'm like, damn,
So,
why didn't I fuck with her? I just was signing the autograph, buddy. You know,
That's
so.
funny. I mean, yeah, you know, and now if it was like a friend of mine's, like, you know, a significant other and it happened, yeah, see, I could get mad.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
But yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, and crazy wise, obviously stalking shit. And, I mean, but it's all good though. I don't look at it as a bad thing too, though. You know, I kind of like it's respectable to me. I'm like, hey, they're fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as bad. Like nothing crazy. Like I'm scared of it. You know.
What is one subscription that you cannot live without right now? Like there's everything from like Netflix to iTunes things to HBO Max to fucking your gym membership. Like what is one?
I'm a simple ass dude. I mean, honestly, I have no subscriptions on nothing. I mean, I don't even watch Netflix. If only if I seen something, hey, you gotta go see this, and I might pop it on, you know?
There's no like, you know, iTunes.
iTunes, I don't even have iTunes. Like I make money off iTunes. My money's coming in, but you can ask my guys, I don't even know how to set that up. I don't even know how to set up Spotify. I don't even know how to set nothing. I'm like
you just have Instagram. Instagram's your only weakness.
That's the only thing I know how to work, I guess. And Facebook, I know how to work it, but it's not like something I fucking.
So you don't have like a Postmates? Do you have none of that?
None of that shit.
None of it. Okay.
No Postmates, but you know I have other people like if I need Postmates, I get it done. But
for sure,
it's not like I know how to do it myself. It's weird,
yeah.
You know?
Sometimes that's a better thing,
hey,
you know.
Keep my mind focused on something else.
Of course.
Because I know my addiction. Like I seen the Instagram, I started it and I'm stuck on it. So if I open this, I do this, I do this.
See, now you have to follow Private Talk Podcasts because you know, and you know, White Girl Politicking, which is my Instagram.
Yeah. I know I was looking at it, so I was like, okay, you know, I got to see what's going on. I was like, damn, I'm walking
I got to see whose podcast I'm going to.
I text you. I need to check what's going on. Like,
for sure.
You know, but yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Well, I hope you're liking it so far. I hope we're getting to know each other.
Chill, yeah.
What is some places that we could follow you and support what you have going on?
Just all my regular social medias, you know.
Can you tell Private Talk what that is?
That'll be at Mr Capone, at MrCapone. The Instagram, Facebook, same thing with the number 1 after it. You just Google Mr. Capone and find me somewhere, Twitter.
You heard it, Private Talk. Yeah. Google Mr. Capone and make sure that you support him and all the things that he has coming up. I am enjoying this conversation. I am looking forward to where it's going to navigate and get a little bit more, you know each other a little bit more.
The ship is sailing to
the ship is sailing to what deep waters Miss Texas has for you. So what is something, you say you don't have any subscriptions, what's one luxury that you do spoil yourself with? Is there something that you have a hobby of that you spend more? Are you like into watches, cars, jewelry? You have some fine pieces on yourself? What is something that you give your, like, you know, you spoil yourself?
Maybe, shit, I don't even know that. I got stuff that I spoil myself with, but I get it because I have to get it because I got money here and there, so you got to buy stuff, right? So, but... could I live without it? Yeah, I could live without it.
But you also choose what the money that you have to spend is. So some do it on cars, jewelry, whatever. So what is one thing that you would like, I have to have whatever it is. Some people go sneakers. Some people do, clothes, whatever it is. What is that one thing?
Damn, that's like what I said is a tough one. I don't know.
You have multiple things? Tell us one thing.
I have nothing. Like I'm attached to hardly a lot. I'm not very detached. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have addictions to anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have I need I drive a nice car. I got nice cars. I got jewelry on. Yeah, I got jewelry on. But it's like I'll punish myself for 2-3 years and won't have jewelry and I just rock a white T-shirt. I'll be in a bucket and roll up anywhere. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be in the most expensive cars to the most beat up cars.
Is there luxury vacations you do? Is there?
I like to try to do that, but
Okay.
I don't do that either. So it's there again. I failed again. Like
that's not a fail. That just means that you just gotta continue do it maybe in the future. 2022 is coming up. We're gonna have some things. There's things that we had to like reset in life because of COVID and a lot of other things. You had to kind of like maneuver into what the real world is for everybody at this moment in time. But there's still always time. You know.
I try to do that. I'm like, you know what? I need to go on like a week vacation, go to an island, and just enjoy life.
I just came back from the Bahamas, so I am a big advocate right now. I did not. It took me more. I was like, I'm on island time still. I'm still coming back. I had an amazing time.
It feels good though when you go out of town. Like not even just for me, like just to relax. Just even if I'm out of town, because then I less look at my phone. I less look at the issues.
But you're still working.
Yeah, I'm still working.
So that's the thing is I was in the same thing, but you have to sometimes just go to the island where you can't really get up. There's not that much service. Yeah, so you can't really work. Only in the mornings because you check your emails, and then when you do excursions, it's great.
That's when it works.
That's what Miss Tech's going to give you, the dose of medicine. That's what my prescription for you is.
You got it.
Just, live a little bit. A week is not a really long time. And as a business owner yourself, you are required to have one paid vacation a year.
Yeah, I just never do it, but you're right.
Take it from a CEO.
No, you're right. You're right. No, right. I'm just always like, man, if I go,
the world won't stop. I'm going to tell you. You may think it is and things like that. No. And because, you are older than I am, but I am a wise soul and I have definitely well traveled, and only because generally at first at work and I never got to do experience other things from the venue to the hotel. You yourself, you travel the same way where it's like I had to a certain point had to be like, let me take a little more time for myself. And every time I took a little bit more. And now it's like usually for friends' birthdays or like things like that because they're not going to change for the year. But you have them to look forward to.
No, you're right.
And like I said, and it doesn't happen often. I'm a workaholic too. Trust me.
Yeah.
I get it. My phone didn't turn off. No. But I also, know when in time is, sometimes it unplug just a little bit. You know where I am.
No, you're right. You're right. No, that happened to me, and I had some kind of vacations like that, and I was like, damn, you know what? Like, fuck, I
feels
didn't
good. You get a little tan. The weather right now is shitty, so you can't see my tan, but it is great. So
you're like, damn.
I'm more golden than it appears.
I didn't talk to no one home. I felt good about it, and then I let, like you said, time pause. I come back. I'm like, damn, these fools still stuck in the same place. So I'm just leaving from when I left. It's not like nothing advanced or something got past.
They're gonna wait for. They're gonna be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because time does. Time is a perception.
Exactly. Right. Oh, that's what I learned. Definitely.
What is advice that you would give your younger self?
Younger self advice. Damn. All the bad things ended up working out good for me. So, I don't know if I could be that guy, but maybe more. Yeah, let's go back to the street shit by just starting shit and doing dumb shit. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because at the end of the day, you learn from, I guess that was a mistake to do, you know what I'm saying? Because as you go further, but then it's not a mistake because I learned to be on my toes now. I'm like, I might have that PSD kind of syndrome, right? I might, I don't trust nobody. That probably was good for me to do that. So I don't know what I would be mad at. I don't know. Everything came out. Everything that should have been negative worked out to my favor where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the beginning. So you said everything happened. I mean, everything works itself out.
Exactly. So
everybody, we all come out a certain way, but it's all it all molds us to how we are, and it's all a reaction of who you are. And you seem that you are really enjoying your life and with the success that you have and what you are building.
Maybe I could say, maybe I could say I should have been more open with all kinds of people instead of my community. I was just I'm in this gangster community. I don't care about that character. This guy's a weirdo. That guy's a weirdo. That was the wrong thing. I should have learned how to deal with everyone. So when I got to this level, I can mingle with everyone, which is still, I'm growing to mingle with all kinds of different people,
So with that being said, what is that moment that maybe made that switch for you to establish that? Where you didn't just now fuck with your hood or your this or whatever, that now you opened yourself up. What was that aha moment for you?
Well, music, because my world was kind of, you could say, a brown world, right? I saw really know. And then I got into music. It's black and white. You start meeting different people. So my first distributor was Thump Records, which was through Universal, Bill Walker, white dude. And then I was like first time I ever like talked to a white person. You know what I'm saying? Not to say on some racial, like I just didn't
but
know.
that's your your truth.
Yeah, so I didn't know how to even talk to him. Like I'm talking to this guy, like I used to look at him like he don't like me, I don't like him, you know, kind of vibe, you know? But then we were actually talking about music, and I was like, this guy knows a little bit about me. And then I'm like, what? So I'm learning a little bit about him.
Yeah.
So he gave me the confidence to talk to more white dudes. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
Same with blacks. Like I've never really did too much. And then I started doing music with them, and now I feel like I'm every day getting more. We're communicating better. It's not that we were racist or nothing. I was in my world, you know?
But you also, it's just a product of your environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know any better because, you know, that's what we're taught. And until you do have those experiences where you're allowed to have those interactions is what makes it make sense to you that it's why is there such a divide, because it's not really necessary.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful moment at that point. It's cool because I feel like everybody's, as we grow as you know individuals, it's a little bit different for everybody else.
Yeah, like I was looking at the demographic. We were like talking to some people like this is where we grew up. I looked at the demographics where I grew up at La Puente. It was like 92% Hispanic, right, and then 7%, 8% Asian. So I'm like, now I understand. Like this is my demographics. That's all I knew in my city. And then I moved to Moreno Valley, and then it got a little different. And I remember going to that school. And I was like tripping out. I was like, I see white kids, black kids. I've never seen them before, you know? Like where I was from, you would hardly see that. I would just see them on TV. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it just started like, that's where maybe as a young, I should have like, but I lived in this area. So this is all I know, you know?
For sure. Is there any place in the world that you would want to live?
Now I go everywhere. So now I like.
But live, because that's the difference. You can visit everywhere, but living is a whole situation, is it?
I'm happy where I'm at, but I feel like I could live anywhere. I could go to Europe and I could live. I've been living in UK for a while. I've been living in, I stayed in Dubai for a little bit of time. I mean, all throughout the United States. I've been in a lot of cities. Maybe.
What's your favorite place that you've visited?
Damn. I kind of like it more over there somehow, like in Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel more free or something, or like I just feel more comfortable. But then this is home too, so I don't know. Like to me, if wherever destiny puts me, I'm gonna be there. You know.
What makes it feel more comfortable?
Because it's all I know, I guess, and I'm just It's not
as far
fun.
as like the UK, because the UK is not home.
Yeah, it's not home. Maybe maybe their attitude of people. Maybe it's because I look different and then they look different and we just start talking.
Accept each other.
I'm learning a little more of their accent and I'm learning more of their talk. They're learning some shit from me. So it just becomes interesting where everyone here is just the same. We're all the same here, you know?
LA's boring.
Yeah, it got boring.
Get it, for sure. Do you have a like get you in the mood playlist? What would your like top 3 songs?
Get you in the mood. Damn. I just, it depends.
What kind of nights you're having?
Yeah, exactly. If it's that vibe of, hey, this is a ratchet move, then we're gonna go with some ratchet music. If we on some bump and grind shit, we got that slow.
We want to do like we're gonna like that slow. We're gonna like you're gonna have like a date night. You're gonna like we're gonna wind it down. What would your playlist be?
Damn, I can't give the names.
Give me two songs.
Damn, 2 songs.
Or maybe one is just like, what's your hype song?
I really don't. I can't say it, but I'll find something. I just hear, oh, this sounds smooth.
Can you give you some time?
Nah, I won't even be able to name the title. Honestly, I'm bad at that shit too. I just like, oh, this song's the shit.
Okay, so what is right now? Currently, are you listening to? We'll say that.
I mean, I just listen to whatever's on that's playing. Really, I don't really listen to. It's like if we're partying, okay, I'm gonna throw on some. Like whatever's cracking right now. Like I said, it depends on the people. So if there's a crowd of the new generation kind of people, like, okay, we'll put some twerk shit on whatever they like, right? But if it's some old school cats or, like that, like, I'd rather fuck you, but, Easy, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, like party turn up. Like, I will go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a specific, because you can't put that music to this young generation. And you can't put that shit to them.
I ain't talking about the young generation. I'm talking about you, Mr.
Personally.
What are you? If you were getting in the mood, sex, fuck the PC. It's like the candles are going. Your homies are at home. They know you're good and safe. They know that you're going to have a bitch over, lady. what is your get you in the mood? Do you have like, are you an old school like R&B? Are you like soulful? Like, I don't know. I'm like
Maybe,
trying
yeah,
to get
I
you into the
get you.
mood of these, to get this
got
music out of you.
I got you. Man, it's hard to tell. Like I said,
I get it. There's a lot. There's such big
Yeah.
genres.
It would just whatever. Like I hear that smooth. Like obviously, I would go a lot of the like the old school, but it depends on the female too. You know, so like I want to get her in the right mood too. So I'm thinking for her. You know, I'm not thinking for myself.
Think for her. Think for her, Mr. Capone.
So if this girl likes this kind of stuff, so I can relate to this. So we're gonna meet halfway. But if it's just me, I mean, I want her to be in the right mood too. Because if she's in the right mood and I'm in the right mood, it makes it better. You know what I'm saying?
And then we're all going to be in the right mood.
Exactly.
And everyone's going to be in the right mood because we're all going to be in a fucking good mood.
Exactly.
And
So
I like
that's where I would come at it. You know, like that's how I hit the angle. You know.
I like it. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you get away with that even though you did not answer my question. But I'm going to let you be warmed up because Truth with Texas, so I'll get you a little bit more into things.
Right.
So it'll be a little bit more specific, but not specific where I'm going to give you a name for a song because I get it. You listen to a lot. I get it.
I'm just the type I don't like to kiss and tell, you know. So
But I'm gonna need you to tell me a little bit.
I'll get you a little.
You know,
something.
give me a little nibble.
Yeah.
It's like you put a little nibble, things. Respectfully. You give me what you need, what you want. It's private talk, and your followers and fans also too wants to know a little bit, but you want to indulge. I myself have been someone who've been in the limelight of things of where I sexually was in the adult industry, so I gave all of that away. So I kept a lot of my personal life away. But now with private talk, I'm giving more and more of my personal life and those things as well. So we give a little,
give and
take,
little
give and take.
teasers,
You know what I mean? Because the
little
thing is nowadays it's being content creators and musicians and things like that. Is people all want to know what the real you is about, not just with your music, because they want to know, like you said, what the fans of what you were, what you listened to, you're like, this isn't even their life.
Yeah, exactly.
But we want to know what your life is.
Exactly.
So we're going to get to know a little bit more here at Private Talk. I know you're liking it. I know you're liking it.
I stick to the G code. I try not to talk too much.
I'm a G too. I'm a G too.
Well, we'll get it made spicy.
I'm gonna reel you into. I promise. My voice may soothe you into
I'm that fish that just.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a lot of strong things. I am not afraid, Mr. Capone. I won't do anything you don't want to do. I promise you. We want you to indulge what you feel comfortable doing. But it's a game. It's fun. It's lighthearted.
We'll fuck with it.
And G to a G, we're gonna have fun because that's the only way to be it.
Got it. That's all I know.
Truth with Texas. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna take a little bit of a break and then we're gonna play my favorite part, Truth with Texas. All right, Private Talk, we are back and Mr. Capone is still on the couch with us and we are gonna play our favorite game, Truth with Texas. So how Truth with Texas works, I have got 4 aces here. We're gonna go through every ace in the deck. Each suit of an ace means a different type of question. So it's romantic, spicy, kinky, and naughty.
All right.
We're gonna get through these questions. I promise you, it won't be too bad. Just a little bit.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
All right, love. Here is.
Pick one, right?
Yes. Flip it over. Tell me what it is.
It's an ace.
Ace of which one?
Spades.
Spades. This is a naughty question.
All right.
Let's see. You think you're a naughty man?
Do I think I'm a naughty man?
Yeah. Do you do naughty things? Do you tie ladies up? Are you just into like straight to the point sex kind of thing? Are you into some BDSM?
I'm naughty. I'm naughty, but straight to the point.
Naughty and straight to the point. Okay. Lube or spit?
Lube.
Booty shorts or a thong?
Maybe booty shorts.
Lights on or lights off?
I'm used to it off.
Let's see. Oral sex, sloppy or clean?
Oral sex, sloppy or clean? Sloppy or clean? I guess sloppy regardless.
Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Faked?
Yeah. I never thought this was like a man thing, but I was having a conversation with my guy friends, and apparently men fake orgasms. Maybe because they either, they're too drunk or something happened and they didn't want to make the girl feel bad or things. But, I don't really know. know, but have you ever had any of these situations happen to you? Because, you said you've had multiple encounters with girls back in the day. You've had your, fair share. No. Sometimes you can have a little bit, Sometimes you can indulge and you're just like, fucking, you should have been a porn star yourself.
You get those moments that you're acting like you're really into it maybe, but you're really not. But like that. But orgasm, that's like, I don't know.
You're going all the way.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, sometimes you're like, okay, I'm done. You act like you're done so you can get the fuck on.
See, that's what I'm saying. Right, I didn't know this was a thing, but men apparently do. And then it made me question it. And then my friend was like, oh, look, you're looking at every man right now who's ever fucked you. And you're trying to think, I'm like, fuck you too. I'm like, that doesn't happen. Because you're always like, that didn't happen to me. But
exactly. No, you're right. No, that happens.
One night stand?
One night stands.
You're so funny. You're like, I don't know who's listening to me, but it's like, ass man or tit?
Ass or tit, you say?
Yeah, booty man or a tit man? Which one are you?
I like both, but maybe booty, I guess.
Booty? Does booty size matter?
Nah, I mean, as long as it's like...
As long as it's twerking?
As long as it's something popping out,
All right, I think it's naughty. Those are naughty. All right, let's go through the deck a little bit more. So the next one is going to be an ace. You tell me what that suit is going to be. An ace of what? Ace of clubs. It's a kinky question.
Kinky.
You said you don't tie people up or do anything. Yeah, you're straight to the point, so you're not into kinky, super. But we'll see what we can see.
I let the girl get kinky.
Have you ever used a toy during sex? Have you used a vibrator with a lady? Have you used a cock ring or anything in those types of manners?
Just to get the girl. I guess sometimes you just gotta
to get her engine revving.
Something, so
Has any person or any woman ever used food during intimacy?
Food, like
there was a movie going around. There was they grapefruited somebody's dick. They put the hole and they jerked him off with a grapefruit, or maybe use something to a sexual tantalizing thing to you. Other than just feeding strawberries, that's too cliche for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or have you ever stuck a cucumber in a girl and made her feel great? Who knows?
Yeah, back in the days.
Which way can you?
Back in the days, we did some dumb shit like that. So
you put a Grey Goose bottle in a girl.
Yeah,
sometimes?
we did shit like that. I would take it to the hood and hey, put this,
How far did it go, Mr. Capone-E?
I don't know. We did all kinds of.
Did it get lost? Yeah. Was it retrieved?
Did
anybody have to go to the hospital?
Nah. Now I think about it. Damn, she could go wrong. What were we thinking about? But yeah.
You were having fun. We were young, dumb, and full of cum.
We were doing all kinds of little tricky shit,
A little tricky shit.
I had a girl take out my jersey to put on the homie. She's already but those were the
she's
fun
not
days.
Gonna know it's not
but
me.
we were young, so nowadays you can't really go crazy like that,
Favorite time of day to have sex? Are you a wake up and or after at night because you're partying during the day?
I have to be intoxicated, so sometimes to really get the vibe going. So more at night or maybe the morning you're waking up,
early morning kind of thing.
Pumped up.
Have you ever been caught masturbating?
Nah, not caught.
A girlfriend didn't see me
No, I'll do it in front of them. It helps out, right?
So you like to do it, have them watch?
Yeah, it's if I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna pull it out.
You're wake up, you're gonna watch me.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna hide.
Some people do. You'd be surprised.
I mean, you always fuck around, but it's
fuck around.
If there's somebody there ready for it, you don't have to, you don't have to hide,
But some of those people are like, hey, don't touch me. And then they're like, hey, but I want to do it. So the last person was like, I almost got caught watching porn while she was asleep because she didn't want to have sex with me. And he said she turned over and I had to fake back like I was sleeping and was like, and I was like, why didn't you just do it? But she would have gotten mad, I guess,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll get it going regardless. So I feel
dirty talking, yes or no?
Yeah, dirty talking always helps out.
Always helps out. Would you say that you have any fetishes?
Fetishes, damn. Nah.
You don't like feet. You don't like
I hear people talking about that.
I have a foot fetish myself.
Foot fetish, yeah. I hear people say feet. They have this fetish, that fetish.
Will you suck on some toes, or are they totally off limits?
Nothing's off limits, but I just don't touch every toe. You know what I'm saying?
You don't touch every toe. You skip a couple.
Yeah, some toes. You know, like hey, I gotta watch for that toe.
You have to look at it and be like, you're cool. You're cool. You're not. I'm gonna skip you over here.
It depends. You know, I gotta observe their body and how they treat themselves to know how the toe's gonna be. You know, so
if she's got white toes, are you scared?
White toes. Like what does it mean?
No, like toenail polish. You know, they always say that you gotta watch out for those girls with the white toenail polish.
Probably, yeah.
My feet are always have whites on them.
Yeah, I don't know if it looks something. If something looks wrong, I'm backing out.
I'm backing out.
If I see a little wart
abort
on
mission, we are not going in this.
Yeah, you never know. It could be a wart on it. It could be something. You know, like hell no.
Have you ever had a situation like that happen where you're like, oh, I'm not going there?
Nah, because I mean, the toes have.
Don't make me do that to you. You can't say that comment without being like, I saw something strange and I can't go back.
Well, I have to be so fucked up that I didn't even see that shit. So yeah, probably some shit happened, but it's not visible in my mind.
I know, but I said to abort the mission, not while it was happening. Because it's like, you know what I mean? Because even sometimes, that's why I'm saying it could have been there and you're like, oh, hell no, and leave. And would have been visible to you. But I'm saying you can't say that never happened to you because with you wouldn't have had that comment because then you wouldn't have been cautious.
But it didn't happen to me as me.
It's like drinking expired milk. We all do it once until you see it once and then you're like, oh, fuck you. I'm looking at it every time and smelling it because it's not happening. You can't, it's the same thing.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just that I'm in the mood, passion, then I don't, whatever.
You don't care, of course, because sometimes you just spit on it and go.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's nothing crazy, like a dragon's flying out of that,
you don't have to pray a dragon. The dragon is where I stop the line.
Yeah,
no dragon pussy allowed for Mr. Capone.
If something that crazy is not happening, then we keep moving.
Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. All right. You're doing good. I like it. See. Now we're like best friends.
Yeah.
All right, Ace of Hearts. It's a romantic question. Would you consider yourself a romantic?
Playing romantic.
You play romantic?
Play romantic, yeah. I don't think I'm really a romantic guy, but I could just act.
Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about what are you Okay, how are you acting out?
Like letting the girl whatever they like, playing with their,
You're a gaslighter.
Yeah, playing with their heart, their emotion.
Why are you playing with their heart,
not
Mr.
like
Capone?
yeah, just for that time, not like for
while you're fucking them.
Yeah, no. Just that kind of, just to get what.
This is why I'm single, sir. Because people have played. I respect you for saying how it is, but. Why do you gotta play with their heart? Just tell them, I will promise you, if you just say that they're gonna fuck you and just to fuck them and not their heart, they'd still fucking give you your heart. Yeah, but at least your conscience is a little bit more clean.
I know. But
I sound like a bitter person. I mean, I'm a little, not anymore, but at one point in my life, still working on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just.
But but why tell people what they want to hear to get the pussy? You're gonna get the pussy anyways.
I know, but it just makes it that much more like sinister in your mind, like.
Oh, okay. Lucifer over there. Okay.
She's loving what I'm spitting at her, like it's a pump up for me too, I guess,
Okay. I like it.
I'm conquering something,
You're conquering a lot.
It's like maybe if someone's a little bit hard to get and I just say those, little.
You like the games. Exactly. So what's your biggest, what's your pickup line? Throw it at Miss Texas.
Pickup line, man. I can't tell you right now.
I can't tell you right now.
That's to be like that's a personal pickup line. I can't explain.
I like how your voice changed a little bit while you said you were like trying to finesse that situation and what you gonna really tell Miss Texas.
Game is to be sold, not to be told. So I'm just gonna keep it like that.
Okay, so keep those secrets to yourself. Yeah. I respect it.
But it goes whatever. I mean that. It'll just come naturally.
Whatever goes, flows.
Naturally, yeah.
Because some people could, misdirect you to be like, that doesn't it doesn't bounce off as better, received as well as some of things. So it can make you navigate the whole other situation to a whole different response.
Exactly. So, everybody got their weakness. I just got to find it.
So do you like sexting? Are you like girls, are they like trying to like pre-anticipate the sexting part before they actually fuck you? Like, are you texting throughout the day? You're a busy man, you're on the move. Yeah. Are you like sending enticing messages?
Nah, I used to do that.
Or girls do it?
Nah, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. But
You're too busy for that.
I wouldn't even do that now because who I am, I don't want no messages to leak out. Like,
Can't get caught up.
yeah, that's tell like it is. I see a girl like, damn, I maybe want to say what's up or some shit, but I'm like, nah, I can't do that. You know,
Not worth it.
I got responsibilities now. You know,
No DMs that you're sliding into.
exactly. Nah, I'm not doing none of that shit.
Do you sleep naked or with clothes on?
Not naked, but like got my boxers on. So
You got your boxers on?
Shirt off or any what?
What are your biggest turn-ons?
Turn on.
Like there's just something about a lady that when you see this about her that it attracts you to her, or like maybe she's your lady and she does this thing that just like really like you just is your thing.
Maybe she's being a whore and I get excited about that, you know. Like,
so you like to you like to get fucked out.
Yeah, exactly. I got a fucking little sick and twisted mind.
So have you been a cuckold? You like the whole cuckold fetish?
Cuckold, what does that mean? Cuckold.
So you get off to your woman getting fucked by people and you're watching.
No, I wouldn't do that, but
But that's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
can you just not watch it, or you just want it to happen?
maybe,
Because if she's being a whore, she's being a whore.
I would like it like this, like maybe.
Tell me your fantasy.
Yeah, girls with a guy and she's probably fucking him, and then I pull up and I like.
So you take the whore that's fucking all the people,
or not all the people, but whatever. Like
guys.
pretend she has like a man, right? And then that's her man. I don't want to personally see it, but she could literally.
You just want to know.
I want to steal her. You know what I'm saying?
So if she was like, "Hey, I got 11 loads. You know, come pick me up."
11 loads. I mean, I'm talking about like she could have a man.
That's a whore. Yeah. You're talking about like whorish activities. I just threw 11 out there. I was just being circumstantial.
I want the nice girl to turn into a whore, maybe, or not the nice girl, but the girl.
So you want it to be taboo, like you don't. It's like
I want to prove it. She's a whore.
Prove it, because you're gonna make her your whore.
Yeah, like my whore. Yeah, not like she's a whore, but I mean,
I get what you're saying.
I'll make her. You know, like. That
you want to have her sexually be your lady and all the things that you want her to do to you.
Yeah, like
I say lady because I'm being a lady, but
it'll be more enticing. I'm not saying I'm doing this now, whatever, but it would be.
That's your fantasy. We're talking.
Yeah, exactly. So if this lady, whatever, she's supposed to be this fine lady, and she's with this guy, and that's her man, and then
you come in and you come and fuck her.
I want her. Yeah, I want to bang her out. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Bang her out.
Exactly.
All right, Mr. Capone. The last one is an ace of diamonds, which is the spicy questions, which we're all a little spicy if you haven't been able to tell.
All right, man. Yeah. I'm blowing my covers.
I'm sorry. Miss Texas gets it out of you.
It's
a little bit.
I'm just entertaining. I'm just entertainment.
So if you could have a celebrity hall pass, this again, hypothetically, who would be your celebrity hall pass that you absolutely, if you saw her, you're like, you're fucking?
Damn. I don't have a fucking name for that. Like I just see a bunch of girls like, damn, bang her up. I don't follow them like, yeah, let me go. You know, like.
No, but like, there's not someone even you grew up like that you like always fantasize, or like it's like we always have that one.
It was just people
in
my circle. If like I'm at school, like when I was a kid, like.
But this is also your sexual fantasy, so you probably fucked the ones that you wanted to fuck.
Now I don't know. Like saying I don't know about now, but I say back then it could be whoever, what I see. Like if I'm in school and the teacher, right? So I'm like.
Did you have ever sex with a teacher?
Nah. I guess I never.
That didn't sound like it.
I mean, I was a little. I think if I go back, I should have made the right steps to make it happen. You know.
She was like, "Hey, Mr. Capone, you need to stay after class," and you didn't. Stay
I would
after
just
class?
get excited for the little small things like touching and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. But I would never pursue it. But then it went from like being in the back in the days airplane to another city, and the girl sitting next to me. I was like. See if I can try to.
You're part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah, so next thing you know, like she's fucking in my pants or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
next thing you know, she slipped and fell on top of it, and it's next thing you know.
Exactly. Those were the kind of things,
Okay, you're spicy. I like it.
So challenge. I need a little challenge.
A little challenge. Everyone loves a little challenge. What's the longest you've ever gone without sex?
Longest gone without sex. I had some time, so I don't know. I'm not that crazy sexually oriented, but I don't know. I don't ever pay attention to timings. Could have been a month or something. I don't know.
Have you ever cock blocked a friend?
Cock block. could have.
Like,
Oh no, yeah, you're right. I done it. Like they're working all hard and buying them this and hanging out with them all day. I'm just staying in the corner, not doing nothing. I'm like, time's to strike. Then boom, boom, 10 minutes. I'm already taking control and like this guy's looking. So yeah, if that's a cock block, then yeah.
the devious mind came and got that pussy.
Let them do the work for me. I don't have time for all this entertaining.
Have you? Well, that yeah, nope. That is the same thing. Have you ever fallen asleep during sex?
During sex. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I could have. Yeah. I mean, I'm tired.
Allegedly, it could have happened.
Yeah. Next, yeah. I mean, yeah, it happened. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
All right. Well, that is the end of Truth with Texas. See, it wasn't that bad, right? You did give us more than like you said, than you probably ever had, and I appreciate that and your honesty.
Public disclaimer.
Private talk gets it out of you sometimes, but we appreciate that, Mr. Capone. Is there anything you want to ask Miss Texas before?
Nah, shit.
I put you in the hot seat for a minute. We had some fun. We're getting to know each other. So I want you to walk away from this. What did you want to know?
No, I guess I'll ask you questions when the cameras are off again.
Oh, he's being secretive and private. Okay, private talk.
And do what your show says. Keep it private.
Private talk is all about all of those things that we get that private things out. But we love that you came and talked to us on the couch. Yeah. Thank you so much. Make sure you support and follow him. Private Talk, I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Until next time.